What's up guys, Tommy here, and I'm dead because the world ended 3 days ago. In case you didn't know. If you still think you're alive, then you're just deluding yourself. Classic case of Bruce Willis syndrome. But here's a game I got a while back, before I died, on firing range using the FAL. I think it's a pretty old one actually, I can't actually remember when I got this, but I haven't played Black Ops in ages to be honest. It doesn't work on my internet for a start, and really I don't really have any motivation to play it. I don't dislike the game, I've just kinda got a little stale for me to be honest, but I guess when it does get working again, I'll start messing around with some different creator class combinations. Maybe use the random class generator online and stuff. But mainly I've been playing Battlefield Bad Company 2 and Modern Warfare 2 at the moment. You guys have probably seen the Modern Warfare 2 live session I've been uploading, but here I got the FAL with the C4, I've got the Flamethrower, Flak Jacket, Scout and Hacker. Pretty nice setup to use. I've actually just spent the last 10 minutes or so actually looking into a mirror and talking to myself, and I'm not going crazy, I'm not becoming crazy Helen, but basically I did this as a warm-up. I haven't done a commentary in a while, and like I've had an exam this morning and I'm really not feeling in the mood to commentate, but I thought, well, it's been a while since I have done one, so I figured I'd better get one out there. And here's a little tip to any commentators out there watching. If you feel like you're not in the mood to commentate and you just want to warm up, literally just stand in front of a mirror and talk to yourself about some random topic for like 10 minutes. I basically talked to myself about the economic structure of the UK for about 10 minutes. That sounds like the most tedious and boring thing you can possibly talk to yourself about, but honestly, it's a good warm-up, it gets your voice going, it gets your brain thinking a bit. So I think it's a good way to start a commentary. But anyways, you can see here I've got the Weeping Bell emblem, which always helps out, and firing range is definitely one of the most popular maps for any commentator. I've never heard anyone say that they dislike firing range. But I got here the Flamethrower and the FAL, and you'll see in a minute I actually use my Ballistic Knife for once. Often I put on the Ballistic Knife and then, you know, I somewhat optimistically expect to get a few kills with it, but I think this game I actually do get a couple of cheeky little kills with it. And I put out a Flamethrower here, these guys are coming up close. Managed to burn this guy for my SAM turret. Pro tip, the SAM turret, if you're still looking to level up on Black Ops, if you're getting through the prestiges or something, definitely put on the SAM turret and go into something like Ground War. Because the amount of points you get from shooting down, you know, random UAVs and attack helicopters, that kind of thing, it's amazing how quickly the points add up, and it's definitely a kill streak you want to have. And if you're a team players all use SAM turrets. Fun fact, they're very good for shooting down the air support, and definitely don't underestimate them. But I'm hanging back here, I see a couple of guys at the end, pick them off. And I've been thinking about the games which are due to be released later this year, namely Battlefield 3 and Modern Warfare 3, which are the two I'm most interested in. To be honest, I'm more interested in Battlefield at the moment than Call of Duty, just because I'm kind of burnt out in Call of Duty at the moment, and I guess I'll probably change my mind when it comes to the Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer trade, because that's usually when I start to get excited. When it comes to the single player, I'm not really interested, just because I've never really played through any of the campaigns of Call of Duty. Except COD 4 and World at War, I did those two, but after that I just kind of got bored of it. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the multiplayer trailer, see what they have to offer. Some of the things I'd like to see return in Modern Warfare 3 would be, firstly, Flak Jacket. I thought that was a great perk to have in World at War, and it was definitely helpful in Black Ops as well. For some reason they decided to replace it in Modern Warfare 2 with the Blast Shield, and the Blast Shield was along the same kind of lines, but it was nowhere near as good, and it definitely couldn't counter the likes of the Danger Close grenade launchers across the map, that kind of thing. So that's definitely a thing I'd like to see return. Also, along the ideas of Scrambler and Modern Warfare 2, I thought that was a really good idea with good potential, but they kind of messed up a bit on the balance of it. Scrambler was way underpowered, but what if they were to make Scrambler in such a way that if you were near enough to them, like you were within this certain radius, their radar went completely jammed, so it wasn't like a gradual thing like in the Modern Warfare 2 Scrambler where it would go kind of slightly fuzzy at the start, and as you got really close it would go completely fuzzy. What if it was just a flat rate, you know, solid fuzziness as you got within a certain circle of them? And also, if you are within that certain circle, it will automatically disable any claymores and, you know, any other equipment like motion sensors from Black Ops. Anything like that, really. Just kind of a mixture of the jammer and the Scrambler from Modern Warfare 2, but more improved. I think that'd be a great perk to have in the game, but I guess other perks I'd like to see, we know we're going to have something like Ghost or Cold-Blooded. I know a lot of people don't like that. Doesn't bother me personally, but we know for a fact that they're probably going to put in something like that. It's pretty much inevitable, but I suppose with the Killstreak balances, they're going to adjust that quite a lot. It definitely wasn't balanced in Modern Warfare 2. I think Black Ops was definitely a step forward in the balance, but there was still some slight issues. Like, for example, by the way, this guy, I don't know why I didn't use a C4 here. It was a really easy C4 target, but for example, the Stealth Bomber in Modern Warfare 2 and the Rolling Thunder in Black Ops, both underpowered in my opinion. Like, it was a step forward in Black Ops because they moved it down one, and the Rolling Thunder's better in my opinion, but honestly it still wasn't balanced. And actually, I'll tell you one thing which I thought would be really cool to have, and I never understood why they didn't do this in the earlier games. is to be able to choose your kill streaks based on the class you're using. So in your custom class you choose your guns, your perks, whatever. So why can't you just choose the kill streaks to go with it as well? Like there's been certain games in Modern Warfare 2 where, for example, I wanted to use some kind of stealth class, like for example a P90 silenced with cold-blooded blah 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 on derail or something, right? But then I don't want to use the higher kill streaks like the Harrier, the Pavlo, the Chopper Gunner. And you know, you might say, okay, why don't you just change it every game, stop being lazy. But I think the idea of being able to customize your kill streaks based on your classes, you know, for example, you might want something like UAV, Counter-UAV, EMP for a class like that. That would be a pretty cool thing to have, and it wouldn't take much for them to add it into the game, honestly, but I think that'd just be a nice little touch to add. I think the other main thing I thought of, and by the way, I have to use the Flamethrower and the Ballistic Knife here, I thought this bit was pretty funny, but I think the other main thing I'd like to see would be a Mercenary Domination and Mercenary Demolition. I love Domination, I sort of love Demolition sometimes, but I'd love them a hell of a lot more if there were mercenary versions of the game. Just because I don't tend to play in parties much, and I know a lot of people don't. A lot of people just want to end in a random party. They don't want to end up against some, you know, ridiculous clan which can completely destroy them by themselves when you're not in an organised team of some sorts. So I think that'd be a great thing for them to add to the game, and I understand that it would basically dilute down the regular playlists so you wouldn't have as many people in them, but I think more people would be for it than against it. I'm just speaking in my opinion, you guys may agree or disagree, but yeah, anyways, that's another thing I'd like to see in the game. And also here, by the way, I love this bit here, I picked up this guy's HK21, knifed this guy, and I know there's a guy up in this building here, so I'm going to climb up here like a monkey and very carefully stab you in the face. 6-man 39. That's what you get when you hide in the corner, but pick off this guy with the HK21. As for the weapon selections, I think honestly the weapon balance was best in Black Ops so far, out of all the Call of Duty games so far. There were certain elements from certain games I liked, like, for example, World at War. I loved the fact that they had unscoped bolt actions, that was a really good addition to the game, but I think Black Ops had the weapon balance best, and I know there are imbalances, you know, the FAMAS I just picked up here and the AK-74U. It's not perfect, but I think Black Ops was definitely the most advanced Call of Duty so far in terms of balance and progress, but anyways, that was the end of the gameplay. Final score was 30-2. Please leave a like rating if you enjoyed. I'm gonna go. See you later, bye.